Good morning, you guys. Okay. Starting off my morning, I am here currently at the planetary hour of Saturn. It's Moon's Day. The moon had ingressed last night into Aquarius. All right. I find myself up early this morning. I feel a little stuffy. I feel like I'm getting a little sick, but that could just be the energy shift. Okay. What I'm looking at right now pertaining to the transits for today, all right, June 24th, we have Mars that is going to semi-sextile the energy of the North Node, okay. We saw already, or have already overcome the energies of the Moon conjunct Pluto, the quincunx that happened more so to the energy of the Sun in Cancer. We are currently right now in the energy of the semi-square over to Saturn in Pisces. And then in a little bit, we're going to be experiencing the trine to Jupiter in Gemini. This energy calls for communication, all right, through the intellect, because these signs are both air signs, all right. We are also going to be experiencing a quincunx over to Venus in Cancer, which is the energy of the sword. We'll see a square over to Mars in Taurus, all right, which brings more so tension to these two fixed signs where determination and drive is required. But then we see the sextile over to the North Node, which is in Aries. Because the North Node right now is at a degree in which it more so looks like it's in retrograde, because the North Node is heading towards Pisces. We are moving toward, from the 11th, let's see where it is right now, 11 degrees and 47 minutes, it should be moving backwards. So instead of rounding up to the 12th degree, we're going to round to the 11th degree because it's technically moving backwards, okay? The 11th degree in the Sabian symbol, it speaks about the president of the country, okay? It says power of self-discipline. Society's insistent desire for order stimulates the individual to develop self-control, projection of disciplined will. It says, much like forces of law and order in society controlling the lower elements, we must use a mature, disciplined ego to tame the beast within ourselves and bring to heal the instinctual and emotional nature. It's showing me a picture of Abraham Lincoln, and it says here, the ruler of a nation, idealization. Leaders sacrifice themselves to an ideal and suffer penalties for their imperfections. The ultimate expression of self-assurance arises only when we focus entirely upon our chosen primary value. For example, honor, courage, or wisdom, subordinating all other characteristics to that one purpose. So what is your purpose here? Why are you more so idealistic? Okay. What gives you a sense of self-discipline, and what does that look like for you? So specifically for me, I utilize spirituality as my self-discipline. I try to keep myself more so focused on understanding the energies, all right, as I work with tarot, which is spiritual work. I also utilize the energy of understanding the energy by knowing astrology and what's happening with the universe, right? So how is it that we are utilizing the energy of the moon in Aquarius right now? Aquarius is at 5 degrees and 5 minutes, so we're going to be looking at the 6 degree mark of Aquarius at this point. All right. A performer of a mystery play. Interesting enough, Aquarius from the 6th to the 10th degree speaks about idealization, whereas the North Node, we just said, had a lot to do with idealization, okay? So let's read it out. It says here, our roles as agencies of higher powers or higher forces. All right, so our roles as agencies of higher forces. Not only do we live out our human lives in simple, work-a-day ways, but we also serve the function of bringing higher mysteries to the earth. Okay, so it's kind of showing me a depiction of a performer with their hand up like this. When we see this energy, it's giving me as above, so below. So as you see the magician holding, I believe it's the wand, right, up to higher power, whatever it is that you're passionate about pertaining to your spirituality is you having the tools to be able to manifest here on this physical plane, right, on earth. So this is about channeling ancient archetypes into our own unique fashions. It says today we still see acted out the old rituals that bind a group into awareness of ancient archetypes, from Mardi Gras to Easter parades, Father Christmas to Halloween pumpkin monsters. This is because they provide an essential method to raise individuals out of personality and into a collective group consciousness. Interesting, right? It is how we learn to surrender to self, or it is how we learn to surrender self to the transpersonal realities with the attendant remembering of the awareness of our larger responsibilities. I'm sorry I sound crazy. I keep slurring over my words because I have halls in my mouth. Says awareness brings the subtlety that grows grace in being and relating. So a masked figure performs ritualistic acts in a mystical play. In a mystery play, not a mystical play, in a mystery play. Alright, so like Shakespeare reminds us that all the worlds are a stage, yet we are considered to constantly challenge to remember our roles as performers. This requires a very sensitive intelligence, a noteworthy subtlety of being. Alright, the key words here are responsibility, remorse, repairs, and release. This is interesting because if you find something that is idealistic, all right, in the energy yesterday when I read, it had a lot to do with needing to make a major choice, right? Having to release something in order to go after the other. It also spoke a lot about healing and remaining balanced and focusing more so on, I want to say, it was just giving me like a temperance energy, like utilizing spirituality to remain balanced, okay? How is this working for us? I feel it has a lot to do with, once again, as it says, our roles as the agency of higher forces. All right, so I'm just going to get right into this. I want to use my seed and sickle for this reading. All right, let's see where this is taking us here. Let Spirit guide us with this message. I'm getting a little warm here. Don't judge me. I can't reach my button to turn on my air conditioner. There we go. I'm sorry for the noise, you guys, but it is getting a bit warm in here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what comes out. And if you hear the dogs snoring in the background, they're all knocked out right now, so I've got to take advantage of that. Alright. I have the Poppy card. So moving forwards, it says, alright, and looking beyond the minutiae, it says loss, grief, and the passing of regret. Alright, so that was a message that came out the other day as well, speaking about someone being in regret, someone needing to move forward with a specific situation, like the death of something is kind of what it's giving me with the skull there. Alright, let's see what else. I have a promise, calling in favors, taking the time to pause to step into the energy of peace. So the poppy and the mistletoe. I'm seeing the number 6 here and the number 12. So in opposition, we'll be seeing Virgo and Pisces energy here. Interesting, because I'm seeing spring but yet winter energies. Spring would definitely go with the energy of fall. Winter would go with the energy of summer in this deck. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Jasmine card. Alright, so this is spring energy. It says, avoiding doubts and trusting one's judgment. On the flip side, it speaks about hope, light in the darkness. All right, let's read these energies out. That's the number 10. Number 6. So this is the Poppy card. It says, the devil is in the details. An ode protection against pursuit by monsters involves scattering poppy seeds in your path. Spirits are compelled to stop and count any small items they come across. So this difficult task will slow them long enough for you to escape. Try not to get too entangled in the details or you'll find yourself coming to a complete stop. It's time to let a few of the less important factors slide for the sake of moving forwards. So what does that mean? Let's get right into it. What does that mean? Let's get a good shuffle. I got Cancer down at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot. As I split the deck, 7 of Swords, that's the Moon in Aquarius. It's interesting. So the Moon in Aquarius, the Cancer's energy, where the Sun, Venus, and Mercury is discord. Quincunx energy. Okay? So we just went over that with the transits happening today. Ten of Pentacles. Moving forwards from something that you've built your foundation around. What is this? Page of Pentacles towards something new. Six of Pentacles, and then being reciprocated. Alright. Down at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot's back. Something more successful is what it's going to be. So it says, try not to get too entangled in the details or you'll find yourself coming to a complete stop. It's time to let a few of the less important factors slide for the sake of moving forwards. I'm not sure what that was, but I couldn't see it. It was like a message that popped up immediately. Alright, so interesting because I have the number 6 here and I also have the number 10 here. Alright, and that's what I'm getting. The 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo energy, and then I have the Page of Pentacles here. This has a lot to do with, I feel, whether this is work, this is stability, this could be family, this could be a skill, this could be, you know, anything. But it's saying here to look beyond the minutiae. Let's look on the flip side and what this means. So the poppy here says, in Greek mythology, the poppy was created to the goddess Demeter to grant herself restful sleep after the loss of her daughter Persephone. The poppy has a reputation for granting repose, but its relationship with death makes it the perfect plant to address feelings of grief and regret. So death meaning Pluto. Pluto being in Aquarius, the conjunction that happened early this morning with the Moon in Aquarius could have been of significance in how something has transformed. A death to a rebirth, that type of thing. Grief does not have to relate to the death of a loved one. Life is full of little losses, be that of relationships, small freedoms, times or places, any number of things. These can build up, create a barrier to moving forward and creating new connections. No matter how small or old these unresolved feelings may be, take them out and examine them, enjoy the better memories, and then move forward, free of any negative feelings that might be holding you back. So if there's something that you may be holding on to pertaining to what your long-term stability looked like in the past and having to step into something fresh, Page of Pentacles, this is where you should be reciprocating and find balance at this time. There's the scales once again. All right, we were looking at the scales in the reading last night where I believe the Justice card came out with the 6 of Pentacles. As we look at this energy, it shows more so the Moon in Taurus, the Moon in Libra, both ruled by Venus. Venus currently being in Cancer at the energy of discord with where the Moon is currently right now in Aquarius. Alright, so here's where something was calling for a time of pause and needing to call in some sort of favor. Let's look at this energy real quick. Alright, so mistletoe number 48. The mistletoe is something that you stand under, all right? Typically, right, for good luck during holiday seasons, all right, Christmas time. And I believe you're supposed to like kiss under the mistletoe or something like that, right? But I'm seeing on this card here, as I said earlier, the energy of the moon in Libra came out. I see the two swords down at the bottom. Two of swords is the energy of the moon in Libra. Here it is again with the moon in Taurus. So Venus energy being of significance. All right, let's see. You've been working hard lately, and you might feel that you're running out of energy. Mistletoe is the plant of community and promises. Take a moment to think about people who have offered you their support in the past. Have you taken them up on that offer? Interesting. So favors are hard to come by and even harder to call upon, but now is the time to ask. So what is it that you lack? All right. What is it that you lack? Let's see if we can figure this out. All right. If it has a lot to do with your stability, then maybe you need to call upon someone that you know that can help you out, offer you a job. This could be if you are meant to move from one location and relocate to a different location. This could be you asking for favors pertaining to someone to help you, assist you. All right, let's see. What is this all about? I don't know. I feel like you need to face your fears with something. If something ended in the past pertaining to like a long-term stability and you moving in a different direction and choosing to do that, then it possibly didn't work out. There was some sort of transformation that happened there, some sort of ending that led you to more so need to move on and tap base with someone that can help, okay? Help you out of a specific energy of loss. Let's see. So there's a 9 of Cups here. The 10 of Cups is here. And then there's the 9 of Swords. Interesting. So there's something in the energy that's stating to me, you know exactly where it is that you need to turn to. There's something that's a wish fulfillment for you, something that's going to lead you to happiness, but you're stressed about it. You have anxiety about it. You possibly feel like this is not where I was planning on moving towards, or having to go back to that type of energy is what I feel. Let me get one more on this. The 4 of Pentacles. So it has a lot to do with your stability. I'm getting more so career. 4 of Pentacles is the energy of the Sun in Capricorn. It has a lot to do with your achievements, your accomplishments when it pertains to long-term stability, career, divine life purpose. It gives me like your reputation, your public image, that type of thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the positive or the negative side of this energy here, where it says you need to take now a pause. All right, 48. I sound like crap, you guys. It says in Scandinavia, the mistletoe is called the plant of peace. Enemies sworn to a duel must lay down their weapons until the next day if they encounter the plant on their way to fight. No doubt, the extra day to cool their tempers does them the. No doubt, the extra day to cool their tempers does them the world of good, and it will do the same for you. Step back for the problem that's perplexing you and allow yourself some space before making any rash decisions. I hate when I come on with you guys and my nose starts going crazy. Alright. So needing to put the swords down. There's someone here that is may have caused you some sort of anxiety, stress, or worries. Alright, this could have been a wish fulfillment from the past. Something that led to like long-term stability and happiness. I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles as well as the 10 of Cups here. Alright. There's this energy that either you want to hold on to, that you haven't let go of, or this is someone that you know you could turn to. Alright. That is willing to take you back. It's kind of giving me that as well. Alright. Let's continue on. I'm seeing the 8 of Wands. Whatever it is something that could be able to accelerate very quickly. Alright. Let me see this number 10 with the Jasmine card. Alright, so it says, you've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you man now. Definitely a man now. Alright. Says you've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others are calling you foolish for doing the things the wrong way, but you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows exactly where it's meant to, and so do you. You know exactly where you're going and why. Don't let your doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. So, my goodness. The energy is hitting me. That's what it is. Okay. So that's exactly what I feel. In the past, you ended something. You took a loss with something because you chose a different direction. Alright, and as you chose that different direction, you may have been very abundant in the past, and now more so it looks like you're focused on what makes you happy. But because this is starting to not go in the direction in which you thought it was going to, if it was supposed to provide you with some sort of stability or security, I'm seeing that you more so have to focus on holding on tight more so to your resources, where in the past there was lots of abundance and an equal give and take. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. All right, so let's look at the Jasmine energy. Where's, okay, here we go. I'll get a good shuffle real quick. So trust that you were on the right path, even if you led yourself in a different direction. Maybe there was something you needed to learn there. Maybe there was something in which you were meant to, you know, go through in order to transform the energy that you were in. Let's see. I just saw Judgment in the Four of Cups. Judgment is being called, possibly on you, because you may be discontent or bored or not sure in which direction to head into now. That could be of significance. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So it looks like the decision that you made pertaining to what you wanted to do for work led you to some sort of self-betrayal. As I said, I was going to see that Two of Swords energy. The moon in Libra is there. All right. And then there's that Ten of Swords, meaning where your happiness lies and where it started off with the stress, anxieties, and or worries. There's going to be a very difficult chapter in your life that comes to an end here with the Ten of Swords. By literally turning back and looking back towards the past of what actually made you happy and where your long-term stability was meant to be. So even if you chose to go in a different direction, there was a lesson to be learned there. There was something for you to more so gain out of that experience, to be able to take forward with you on the path that you're meant to be on. Okay, and as we spoke about the North Node in Aries having a lot to do with where is it? Having a lot to do with idealization, right? The power of self-discipline. Maybe that's where you needed to turn back. All right. Especially at this current time with where the North Node is right now. It's almost like you had to be able to hold the wand. You had to be able to learn to manifest what it is that you had desired at that very moment. Okay. And maybe if it isn't working out for you, let's look at where the North Node is heading now at the 10th degree. All right, so from the 6th to the 10th degree, it speaks about drive. All right, Aries is ruled by Mars. So Mars is this very passionate, desire-driven, action-oriented. It's giving me like, I want to be in control energy, right? And that's possibly what you were going after. It's like, this is what I want. But the path is telling you to, for some reason, turn back. Take a moment, make sure this is actually the road that you want to go down, because there is no turning back after this, right? It says the 10th degree, a man teaching new forms for old symbols, okay? It says reviewing old understanding. So something about understanding the past. Why did you make that decision? Why did you choose to go down this specific path? I'm seeing 3 10s here so far. Past, present, future. The past was the 10 of Pentacles. The present energy is the 10 of Cups. The future is the energy of the 10 of Swords. Are you going to betray yourself or not going in the direction in which you feel you were meant to go down? All right, so it's giving you the opportunity to make that major choice, the Two of Swords. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. The Three of Pentacles is the energy of Mars in Capricorn, right? Mars in Capricorn, it's exalted there. Mars in Capricorn is the energy, once again, it's of drive, it's of ambition, it's of perseverance, all right? And being in a sign of Capricorn, it has a sense of discipline and structure, and more so focusing on responsibility for the future. That's what it's given me with the Jasmine card. It's almost like, even if you feel that you've made a choice, know that you're exactly where you're meant to be at this time. There was a reason that you went down that specific path. All right, so it says here, reviewing old understandings, it shows mature wisdom to see our emotional dramas as symbolic. They are life lessons, uniqueness in perception and attitude. So maybe this is what you were meant to go down. Aquarius's energy is of idealization. We spoke about that. I'm seeing the word here of uniqueness. That is definitely Aquarius's energy. And we spoke about the moon being in Aquarius that had a conjunction over to the energy of Pluto in Aquarius, and where Aquarius's energy, technically to the North Node, it's a sextile. It's supposed to be harmonious. It's supposed to be compatible with ease, that type of thing. All right, so it says, as we mature, we need to cast off previous models of reality and reinterpret past experiences, seeing them more clearly as metaphors, having deeper meaning than we saw when we were previously absorbed in self-establishments. It says we are better able and more prepared now to contemplate our feelings as a symbolic indicator rather than to get lost in them. So contemplating on your feelings, on why did you make the choice that you made? What symbolic indicator told you to head down that direction? You probably don't even know. I can tell you right now, I didn't know why I went down the path that I went down. Because I was very abundant in the past. But something told me I needed to go on a specific journey to be able to change myself as a person, as a mother, as a wife, as, you know, just a person overall. Within my attitude. Alright? Just kind of gives overall, like, my perception of life was changing. Little by little. Alright, so interpretation, it says knowledge evolves as old ideals and embodied into new experiences. So, as you went through the experiences of the past, you've gained knowledge with that, right? I'm seeing that in the past, you could have been this very abundant person. You could have been this person that was more so focused on the materialistic, on the family life, on, you know what I mean? And then you know what it is to embody that energy. Now you're more so stepping into the energy of, what does my happiness look like? What does my wish fulfillment look like? All right? That's what it's giving. That's probably where the stress and anxiety comes from. It stems from feeling guilty, all right, about having to feel more so selfish. This gives me a very selfish type of feel. It's almost like holding on to what you had in the past. What you had in the past was more so, you have your family, you have your work, you have your career, you have, you know, what your day-to-day is meant to look like, because that's what you're used to. But if you end up making a change in your life, right, and it requires for you to go, let's say, into isolation, for you to be independent, for you to learn something new, to be able to move forward in a new experience, and this is something that you're not used to, it makes you feel that you made the wrong decision. It makes you feel like worry, anxiety, stress. Did I make the right choices in life, right? And Jasmine is saying, avoid the doubts. Trust in your own judgment. Trust that you were collaborating and moving forward in what made you happy, pertaining to what your career was meant to look like. The pentacles I see here are all Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn are here. Alright, so this has a lot to do with what made you feel grounded and stable in your life. Okay? The Two of Swords is the decision that you chose. The Ten of Swords is ending a difficult cycle okay, and needing to transition that energy to feel more so relieved, okay? So the key words more so to this 10th degree mark, all right, once we pass the 11th degree mark in Aries and move towards the 10th, it speaks about interpretation and knowledge evolving as old ideals are embodied into new experiences. The key words for this specific area speaks about a goodbye. It's done with the difficult situation, done with the stress, done with the anxieties, done with the self-sabotaging, done with the betrayals, all of that energy, to then be like, okay, realization, I made the right decision. Something's come to completion here, and now I have my freedom. Those are the key words. All right, so it says, what is so often imagined to be a creative slant on reality can be nothing more than a witless distortion of values, just a twisted perception, perspective of events. Although truth is a subjective and unique personal experience, our interpretation surely needs to be kept within the boundaries of reasonableness. It says some renderings are simply silly and entirely unworkable as useful models of life. What is needed is a readjustment of understanding that requires a careful assimilation of our personal encounters, checking out our experiences against the viewpoints of others, including I can't say this word, you guys, I'm tripping over it. Predecessors, I don't know, I can't say it, provides a degree of objectivity and helps us to find a more genuine picture of what is actually valid. What the hell does this word mean? Because I can't even pronounce it. Hold on, you guys. I'm pretty sure this is annoying the hell out of you guys, because it's annoying the hell out of me. Turn off. Turn off. No? Okay, I can't get it. It's like, eh. Alright, so predecessor, thank you. I'm like, I can't even say it. But it means a person who has held a job or an office before the current holder. Alright, so let's read that again. Where is it? There it goes. It says, what is needed is a readjustment of understanding that requires a careful assimilation of our personal encounters, checking out our experience against the viewpoints of others, including the predecessors, provides a degree of objectivity and helps us to find more genuine picture of what is actually valid. All right, so this one says a person who has held a job or an office before the current holder. So maybe you have a different perception of what that energy is meant to look like, you moving forward, all right? So let's speak about the energy of belief systems, right? You may have understood something philosophically in a different way than someone else has, all right? But that was you trusting your own judgment, you heading down a different path pertaining to spirituality, let's just say, right? Where others would more so have gone in the direction of being religious. Same difference, okay? It's kind of what it's giving me, same difference. So that's what I'm seeing here, you guys. I'm seeing Mercury in Virgo, the moon in Taurus. I'm seeing Jupiter in Pisces, Mars in Pisces. I'm seeing the sun in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, the moon in Libra, and I'm also seeing the sun in Gemini. Those are the energies so far that has came out. All right. Five of Wands down on the bottom of the deck after that Jasmine card there. The Five of Wands is more so like picking your battles wisely, choosing to involve yourself in more so challenges that are going to lead you towards overcoming some sort of, I don't want to say a competition. It just kind of gives me like a different viewpoint, all right? It's like challenge yourself to be able to see things in a different perspective. All right, but choosing your battles wisely, not being involved in more so conflict or a battle in any way. All right. Let's see. Wow. I think I've seen all 10 so far. I got the 10 of Pentacles out here again, but now with the 10 of Wands. Okay. What came out was the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands. This energy, for me, all right, the Seven of Cups is the energy of Venus in Scorpio at its detriment. Eight of Wands, Mercury in Sagittarius at its detriment. Interesting. Where the energy is working at its least, all right, strength, that's where you're going to see endings happen. I feel that's what took place. All right, so let's look at the Seven of Cups even being at the current energy. This could be like Mars being in Taurus. Mars in Taurus is typically the ruler of Scorpio. Being in Taurus, the sign in the opposition, detriment. It's not working well there. It's not comfortable there. It is wanting to take action and move really quickly in a sign that requires slow and patient, you know, work. All right, when it pertains to like creativity, if it is the finances, that type of thing. All right, so things are more so right now, Mars and Taurus slowed down. Now, when Mars moves into Gemini, that's going to be a very fast-paced type of energy pertaining to communication. All right, this is communication technically. Fast incoming communication at that. All right, so anytime that we see Sagittarius' energy, that is going to be spirituality. That's higher knowledge. That has a lot to do with philosophies, spirituality. All right, so I don't know if it's that you are gaining this information very quickly. All right, it could be pertaining to secrets of the universe. All right, because that's obviously with Venus and Scorpio's energy, it's secrets, right? Scorpio's energy has a lot to do with the mysteries in life. All right, it has a lot to, what the hell's going on down there? It has a lot to do with uncovering the unknown. All right, Pluto technically and Mars are the ruling planets to Scorpio, which are both transformational type of energies where you have to like really dive deep into emotional feelings and reveal secrets that are unknown. And this could be where you're heading right now. All right, maybe you don't know why you went down this path, who knows, but I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. All right, whatever it is that the Ten of Pentacles is for you, this could be, I don't know if it has a lot to do, because this could be like ancestor energy as well. All right, it could definitely feel like a heavy burden, but if this is something that you love to do, then I feel like you're doing it to fulfillment. All right, to fulfill your happiness in some way. All right, damn, I got the Devil down at the bottom of the deck. All right, why is that? Nine of Cups. Kind of getting that. Maybe you're interested in the occult. Let's just be clear. All right, maybe you want to be involved in this type of how you call it, understanding of life after death. All right, and understanding what it is to be connected to higher force. Maybe that's what you're into. I don't know. All right, let's look at the secrets and this fast incoming communication. All right, this could be very fast, sudden changes as well with the Eight of Wands. Judgment. It's an ascension. It's a very quick ascension to a cups, to a spiritual union. All right, and then we have here the King of Cups, Pisces energy. All right, so down at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, once again, is that Mars and Gemini energy. This Mars and Gemini can be being at cross purposes. Why did I choose this direction? Why did I go that way? Once again. All right, so let's see. Queen of Swords. Page of Cups. Sun card. I'm feeling like the more knowledge that you gained from this, the more you chose to be devoted, all right, to a specific marriage. It's kind of giving me more so you had to also experience the energy of divorce in order to open up your heart space to understand what it is to be involved in this type of energy. Being connected to a spiritual union requires for you to be more so sacrificing and devoting your time, your energy, your resources, your, everything to this energy. Understanding the occult, understanding spirituality, understanding what it is to connect to the energy of those that have passed over. Okay? But if this is where your happiness lies, then I don't know. Nine of Swords, Death card, Hermit. I'm kind of getting this is the way that you connect to spirit. Death and the Hermit is someone that is crossed over. Nine of Swords, you can definitely feel like at cross purposes. Maybe this is, hold on. If this makes you happy, why is the Nine of Swords keep on coming up here? Maybe you're ashamed of what is it that you know. Maybe you're ashamed of what people are going to think of you. Maybe, why is this here? Why is this here? The King of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Lovers. Eight of Swords down at the bottom of the deck. This King of Wands energy can be where you're seen as a leader. You may have been seen as someone that is very knowledgeable, that can lead this energy of what you know pertaining to the secrets of the universe into the future, because I'm seeing the Two of Wands as well. And then the Lovers, this is a major choice. All right, but I feel like it is protected by the angels as well. The Lovers. This energy keeps coming out as well. Heavy on the Gemini. I see the 8, the 9, and we already saw the 10 of Swords. So that's going to be Jupiter and Gemini, current transit, right? We already been through the energy of, we already been through the energy of the Sun in Gemini, which is the 10 of Swords, right? And we keep seeing the 9 of Swords. This is the energy of Mars and where it's going to step into after it steps out of Taurus. So Mars and Taurus into Mars and Gemini, this is what it's going to look like. And heavy overload of mental, okay, communication coming through, possibly even through the dream state where you won't be able to sleep, connecting with the dead. My dream last night, someone was ordering food. Like, I heard French fries, burger, specific condiments on a burger. Like, I want fried onions, ketchup, mayonnaise. It was a weird dream. You guys. All right, I don't know what that meant, but it could have been that I was hungry as hell. I don't know, because I feel that way right now, but that's beside the point of this reading. It's kind of giving me, though, that you have this connection, literally, that's going to, it's going to change your destiny. It's going to change your destiny. Let's get to this 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands energy. Why does this feel so, I don't want to say like it's a burden, but it could be, all right? Like, even if it comes with like massive amounts of money, all right, like resources, even if it comes with like something that you feel is going to be long-term stability, it is going to require a lot of hard work. 10 of Wands. All right, but 10 of Wands is technically the energy of Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn is what? It's disciplined, it's structured, it's focused more so on responsibility. In Sagittarius, it has a lot to do with spiritual work, right? But it's because you do it to fulfillment. 3 of Cups. I'm getting like a promotion. I'm getting a step up. When it comes to, what the hell is that about? I got the Three of Cups, the World card, the Tower, the Eight of Swords came right back out with the Chariot, the Devil, and the Six of Pentacles again. Alright, so whatever this Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wand energy is, and where long-term stability, yes, fulfillment, maybe, okay? Three of Cups, it's almost like if you experience what you needed to experience to fulfillment at this time, World card, it will end. Something will be destructed with the Tower, meaning whatever this energy is, the Jupiter and Gemini energy. And then I'm seeing the opposition in the home and work environment. I mean, the home and career environment here. All right, specifically with the Devil in Cancer. That's like Cancer and Capricorn, and where we just came out of the opposition of the Sun in Cancer to over to the full moon in Capricorn. All right. But it came out with the Six of Pentacles, like an equal give and take. Like if you are attached to this energy pertaining to your success, you will be provided for. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It feels a bit deceptive, that opportunity being offered. It's because it wants to have a hold on you. And you have the risk of really lacking in finances if you keep down this path. Alright, pertaining to the energy of the moon. As you continue to work in with the energy of the subconscious, it could be a lack of finances behind that. It can go really well, or it can go really bad. Down on the bottom of the deck, it just requires on how much work you put in. Eight of Pentacles. Split the deck, Ace of Wands. You have to have a lot of passion for this, and you have to stand your ground on exactly on what it is that you want. I feel like in the spiritual world, there's so many people that come in and they want to tap base with this energy, and it is an opportunity to be able to understand the esoterics, right? But you have to be consistent with it as well. So consistency can be of significance. And if you aren't consistent with something, then it may be taken away. And then if you don't get what you wanted out of it, it can feel like a burden. Like if you took a wrong turn in life. That kind of thing. Alright. So it's almost like if you step in now, know that you have to be committed to it. Alright. This is a bit deeper than I thought it needed to be, you guys. I didn't expect it to go that way with this heat and sickle, but that's where it led me. Alright, I let Spirit do its thing. I'm hoping that the message resonated more so. And I'm hoping that I read it properly, because I feel that I did. Alright, let's look more so at... Let's look at Moonology. Let's see what Moonology wants to tell us. What does Moonology want to tell us? Mutable energy is here with nothing is yet set in stone. Prosperity lies ahead with Taurus's energy. We saw the moon in Taurus come out, the Six of Pentacles twice. Mutable energy, we saw Virgo. We saw Pisces. We saw Gemini. We saw Sagittarius. Okay. What else? Virgo. Libra. Leo. New Moon. You are good enough. A new romantic cycle begins, and don't let pride get in your way. A new start is coming. The way it came out. If I look at it in this way, Leo comes first, then comes Virgo, then comes Libra. But the way that it came out was full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. That pattern could be of significance. So as we go through a full moon cycle to the new moon, all right, we will then start seeing the shift once we see the alignment, all right, of Star Sirius and the Sun meet in Leo season, okay. The energy will then shift, and we'll be experiencing from the full moon to the new moon, now going from the new moon to the full moon. All right. So I told you guys about that shift before and where we were going to start seeing it. I feel like it has a lot to do with this full moon in Capricorn and having 2 of them this year in 2024. Capricorn's energy typically is obviously career driven, and having 2 of them this year, specifically with the last time that Pluto's going to be in Capricorn, big deal. There's a destruction happening around rule following, restrictions, government, institutions. It's giving me like organized religions, that type of thing. Okay. So if you've headed down a different path, I feel that you are good enough. All right. Virgo's energy means that you've done something to perfection, or at least try to, as you pay attention to the details and you remain focused on a specific skill that you're trying to master. Okay. Also, the new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. You're now moving forward with the energy of balance in your life. Okay. And it has a lot to do with, this could be relationships, partnerships in business. It could be one-on-one romantic relationships. This can be a multiple of things. All right. But the full moon in Leo's energy more so is the sun. It is source. So anytime that you receive the energy of the light, okay, it's not meant for you to utilize that in a very egotistical way or a very prideful way. So I feel like that's why it's saying don't let pride get in your way. So a new start is coming. The new moon that steps in on July 5th is in Cancer. All right, Cancer is more so of the divine feminine energy. It is represented by the moon. Okay, so your emotional state right now could be of significance. All right, down at the bottom of the deck again is the mutable moon cycle. There was a shift that happened here with that full moon in Sag over to the last quarter moon in Pisces, new moon in Gemini, first quarter moon in Virgo, and the way that it went down before we hit this full moon in Capricorn. There was a shift that was already changing. Something that you were adapting to, something that required you to be versatile in your emotional state and where the changes were happening. All right. I want to see, what does the new beginning consist of? All right, this is my higher self oracle deck. What does this new beginning consist of? Boundaries. Makes sense. It's almost like needing to protect yourself and your happiness and what that actually looks like for you in love. Wow. Okay. Boundaries, happiness, and love. I don't know. I feel like there's a thin line in between your love life and what you actually feel is your happiness. Wow. That's what the new start could be. Oh. Confusion. This kind of gives me the mental overload as I was getting it all reading. What is that all about? What's the confusion about? So maybe if you are trying to be involved in this spiritual union, but yet you also have yourself involved in romantic love, then this could be where you need to have a specific boundary up with this new beginning. I don't know if it's going to cause some sort of confusion on how you feel. Acceptance. What is that all about? If you feel confused on what direction you've been going down, obviously that kept coming out in the reading. I feel that you just need to accept what is at this time. All right. It's kind of giving me like self-reflection. Oh my gosh. Accept in where you've self-reflected, and more so go with the flow. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely heading down the right direction here. Anger. Why is anger there? Divine timing. Maybe you're not happy with where things or what it looks like right now. You could be angry about it. But divine timing, it requires a transformation. Anytime I see the hourglass, it is the epitome of an ending to a new beginning. And then divine timing, the light was under there. As I said earlier, that's what I was getting with the energy of the sun when I saw Leo. It's the energy of source. So in divine timing, you will be able to tap into the light. You may be angry right now on what that looks like. Yeah, literally what it looks like. The anger, all right, that your vision hasn't cleared yet, maybe, because it's under that it says ask for guidance. That's what it's giving me, you guys. I don't know. Let's pull some psychic tarot on it. So I felt like that third eye that I just saw was giving me psychic tarot. I got the Empress down at the bottom of the deck. You are good enough with what? Let's take a look. What are you good enough with? Empress again. Wow. Whatever it is that you're birthing new, you're really good at this. All right. You just need to rest and rejuvenate. And I feel like that came out overall interesting. I'm seeing 3 and 4. All right, so the 4 of Swords, and I'm seeing the number 3. So that's giving me like the Empress, Emperor energy, even though it didn't come out that way. But I feel like there has to be a balance there with that. All right, with your masculine and feminine energies. A new romantic cycle begins. 7th chakra. All right, so that has to do with the energy of understanding. All right, what you are spiritually tapped in with. Firm foundation and triumph. And once again, you guys, Sun in Capricorn, Cancer energy. This is the Chariot. Capricorn and Cancer in opposition. As we just saw it come out with, what was it? The Devil and the Chariot. There's an understanding of this energy. Like, career and home and what that looks like for you. And how you understanding some sort of spiritual journey is going to help you build a firm foundation around your relationship right now. Alright, but not letting pride get in your way. And there goes that acceleration card again with the 8 of Wands. Sagittarius' energy, right? Not letting pride get in your way. In what way? When it comes to material harvest. Because whatever is meant to come through for you, whatever it is that you reap, alright, is what you sow. So, wow. And there's the Emperor. Trapped in fear, balance. Anytime that you reap abundance and you step into your power, don't let pride get in the way. Alright? Because you could definitely be trapped in fear. Almost as if something's going to be taken away from you. That's what I feel. You are aware right now. It says moving on. Because you are highly ascended, you may fear that you may have to move on from a specific situation if it doesn't work out. Maybe this is what makes you angry. Like you don't know exactly how it's supposed to play out. It gives you mental conflict. That's that mental, more so not really sure if I'm in the right direction, but let's see what the New Start is coming card here. Memories of love. This could be situations from the past. Passion ignited. Accelerating quickly. What is this energy? Memories of love is almost like an inheritance that comes through. All right, from your ancestors, something that passionately ignites you and you start accelerating quickly with it. All right, but it came out with the whole happiness and love and having boundaries in between the two. If you feel that you more so are confused about accepting the path that you're on, just go more so with the flow. And then I'm seeing the third eye. I'm telling you, I grabbed this card. I grabbed this deck because I felt that energy of the third eye. It's almost like your vision is supposed to be expanded right now. You're having anger because your vision hasn't come through just yet. But you need to ask for guidance right now. And how do you do that? You go within. All right? That's what I'm getting, you guys. That's what I'm getting. All right? I feel like this specific path you're on is supposed to come with a massive amount of abundance. All right? Of material harvest even. And abundance can come through in many different ways. We saw the Emperor and the Empress come out with the 6th and the 7th chakra. It has a lot to do with your path that you're on pertaining to your vision. Okay? That's what I see. Uh-oh, I missed one. Again, you have awareness of where you're meant to manifest at this time. Okay? You have awareness of what you were meant to manifest at this time. I feel like you just need to let it kind of play out the way it needs to play out, and that's it. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to pull a crystal. I'm going to get out of here. I hope this reading resonated with a lot of us. Alright, meaning those that tap into spirituality every now and then. Okay, and if you've been on the spiritual path, then this could be for you. Let's get you a crystal. I've got Royal Morganite, number 46. Sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and self-forgiveness. Morganite is a gentle heart-cleansing stone that is valuable when we wish to release old patterns, wounds, and blockages that are obstacles to loving relationships with others. Meditation with the stone allows connection to divine love, which eases fear of vulnerability and allows us to be open to receiving love from others and from spirit. Alright, so I'm leaving the reading there. I love you guys. See you soon.